Hello guys, welcome to another episode of War Thunder. And what I'm going to do for a few episodes, I'm going to be trying to cover some basics for some of the noobs out there who don't really fully understand some of the mechanics for ground forces. So I'm going to do my very best and try and explain them. And that will be, I don't know, maybe 3 episodes of this, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, but first part of this episode, I'm going to talk about the crew skills. How do I get there? There we go. Crew. Alright, you got driver, gunner, tank commander, tank loader, radio operator, gunner, and your qualifications. You got keen vision, field repair, vitality. These 3 skills, every single one of these people, they have that skill. So these skills are all across the board. And then for driver, you got tank driving, which says right here, tank driving skill affects driver's braking reaction time as well as choosing necessary gear and its changing speed. Basically, what that does is it makes your tank respond better when you're driving it around. It's not a bad skill. It's pretty, you know, generic. For the gunner, like I said, you got keen vision, repair, vitality, but you got targeting. The skill of gun targeting affects targeting speed and accuracy. An experienced gunner targets the gun both vertically and horizontally at once. And then, I can't talk. An inexperienced one does it. At first he rotates, or fuck, does it in turns. Sorry about that. At first he rotates the turret and then fixes the angle of fire. And then range finding, precision of target range finding affects long range fire accuracy. Okay, these are both very good skills to have. Very good skills, no matter what tank you're driving. Those are awesome skills to have. You always want to move these up. Put your points into there. Always good. Let's see, tank commander. Like I said, okay, those 3 are all the same. Then you got leadership. That affects the crew skill of other members. I don't think it's been released what values this actually affects, like how much. If I am wrong and the values are out there, please correct me, but I do not know, nor have I heard of anybody else knowing. So, you know, you just guess. It's probably a very, very, very small amount, but I'm assuming this is a good skill to have. Machine gunnery, pretty self-explanatory. You don't really need this if you're not in an AA tank. If you're just in a normal tank, like a tank destroyer or a heavy tank, medium tank, whatever, you don't really need this. So it's pretty much useless. And the only reason I bumped that up is just to put some more points into it for the crew level. Tank loader. You got, again, same 3 things. You got weapon reloading. Obviously, good skill to have. You always want to bump that up no matter what tank you're in because it will increase your reload time. Let's see, radio operator. These are all stupid. You don't need radio communication unless you're playing arcade, as far as I know, because it does not really affect realistic battles, which is what I play. Qualification. This is what you see when you see the plus 30. I have expert qualification. So when you get your crew level high enough by putting in points to different skills, you can go over to your qualifications tab and you can pay, it's probably like 100,000, 200,000 silver or whatever. However much it costs, you pay that. And you get a plus 30 to field repair, tank driving, you know, all these stuff, all these things, all these skills. So, I don't think I mentioned anything about keen vision. I think this is one of those things that only affects arcade as well, because in realistic there's no markers. So, but in arcade, I do believe this is a good skill to have because you can read that. It says right there, this skill affects the driver's visual range in the direction he is looking. Blah blah blah. The maximum distance at which he can detect the enemy in front of himself. I'm not sure if that affects render distance. I'm not sure if that even affects realistic battles. I really do not know. Like I said earlier, if somebody could correct me, that'd be great. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. So, and then field repair. That's self-explanatory. I do not know if, say, you go to your gunner and you move up the field repair on this one, on him, if it only affects the repair of like the gun, or if field repair, they kind of mold together as one skill pretty much across the board. But that's what I'm assuming. They all go together as one thing pretty much. And then vitality, I haven't noticed a difference whether it's leveled up or not, but the health of the crew members, basically if your crew members can eat or not. So I'm not really sure. I haven't noticed a difference, but you know, move it up anyway. I think I explained the crew skills pretty well, and now we are going to move on to the crew slots. You can have up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots for your vehicles. If you want more of them, you have to buy them with gold eagles. Why? Fuck if I know, but you get 5 right off the bat. You gotta buy them with silver to unlock them, but if you want any more than 5, you gotta pay 200 eagles. I don't know if they do sales on it or not, but whatever. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. Any vehicle you have in like this crew slot, say, okay, you see this is my Tiger right now, and then I go here to this, and then my JU-87 G1 is going to have the exact same crew level. See, crew level 324 with 27 XP points. And then we'll go back to the tanks. And then crew level. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Don't believe me. I'm an idiot. Okay. Ignore that part completely. I thought I was right, but I was not right. But you get the idea. Completely ignore that part, like I said. Now, we're going to move on to some battle ratings. And why did I just click on that? That's not what I wanted. We want to go to research. How battle ratings work is it is +1 and -1, except for reserves. I'm pretty sure reserves pretty much only fight amongst themselves. Because, you know, if you go +1 from this, it's just, you're going to get wrecked. But when I play reserves, I always fight pretty much reserves. Maybe, I think they might go 1.3. I don't know. Forget about reserves. I know nothing about them. They seem odd sometimes, like the matchmaking for them. I don't know. But it's +1, -1. Let's see. Let's go to my Tiger. 5.7. In my Tiger, which is 5.7, I can see tanks that are a battle rating of 6.7 or 4.7. Well, up to 6.7, down to 4.7, you know. So that means in arcade, if you're using the Tiger in arcade, you can be fighting these bad boys, the Tiger 2s, and higher tier Panthers, like that, and Ferdinand's Yogged Panthers. Nope, the Yogged Tiger's too high, but. And then you can also fight lower tanks, like that. You can fight Panzer IV-H's. So that's how the battle rating system works. +1, -1. Pretty simple to understand, but it's also very frustrating at times, especially for new players who are just starting out and they don't really understand why they're getting their ass kicked by a tank that's a lot better than theirs. Well, that's not on me. That's on the company who did the matchmaking. It used to be a 20-tier system, but that's before I started playing. My understanding was is you got 20 tiers, and, you know, basically all tanks in one tier, they would fight each other, and then all tanks in the other tier, they would fight each other, and so on and so forth. That's my understanding of it at any rate. I could be wrong because, you know, I didn't play until after that, but yeah, so I think I explained things pretty well, I guess. These are just basic, very, very basic for those that don't really completely understand everything. So I hope I helped at least somebody. I can't even talk. I hope I helped at least somebody figure out what they're doing. And next episode, I think I will try and talk about, I don't know, haven't really decided yet, maybe where to shoot on certain tanks or something. I don't know. I'm just doing these basic for the new guys, like I said. So I hope I can at least help somebody out. This is my first time ever doing a tutorial of any kind whatsoever, so I apologize if it's not up to your tutorial standards. But like I said, it's my first one, so hey, I tried. But I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video, so I will see you again hopefully tomorrow for another one of my Let's Plays, and then another little Ground Forces tutorial. So if all goes as planned, I will see you then. So peace.